Alright, coming to you from Avora. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. Look like a pretty even skill spread on this one. Pretty even ship spread too. Everyone's going everywhere. It's gonna be, oh hey, it looks like we got another guy recording. He asks like a chump. What is going on in this lobby? Alright. Monkey. Shuttle coming in. Yeah, that's a pretty monkey strat right there. I got a little spaceship and I just slap some rockets on there. And that's it. That's the end of it. That's the whole strategy. Oh no. Chimple Wimple. I feel like I've seen this guy before, and I feel like he's brought this exact build. It's like, yeah, here are my rocket frigates. And that's all I've got. That's all I'm bringing. That's all I need. We got Tying Knot. Back from the last one. Looks like the same ships. Or different ships? That's definitely a different paint job. I think those are the same ships. Different paint jobs and names. What is going on up here? C-65s, C-65s. Reloaders. Or, cyclers. A lot of them. Get significantly reduced efficacy, would get more overall output from 2 ammos than 2 recyclers, but you do you. That means the fire rate on those is going to be out of control. Or, I think it's actually these. Yeah. And then some scouts. A bunch of scouts. Like a bunch of scouts. Considering what he's brought power-wise. Those scouts can get in and get good tracks. Could be very powerful. We got the local United Nations representative here. Plasmas and gun monitors. Alright. Plus a scouting tug. Pretty standard stuff. Okay, quiz. We've seen you around a few times. Yeah, fighting voxels. It's gonna work. Got Stubble the Shrimp, who is also recording. It is, see, what I should have done is said, no, you're not allowed to record. It's just been a total jerk. Oh, that's not cool. A couple scout frigates. Looks like contact's already happening around Alpha Broxer line. No gunfire yet, but they see each other. There's no doubt about that. Right in mid. Okay. Let's go back to taking a look around. A couple defenders and a beam. Or a couple of railguns and a beam. I don't know why you would do that combination. Oh boy. This shuttle getting RPF to pieces. One of the rocket launchers already taken out. I don't think it's managed to fire any rockets. That's a big problem. Okay, we already looked at you. Presumably the Elder Leaf has beams. He's got beams and missiles. Yeah, Type 3s and Type 2s. A lot of missiles. Mkay's got that. Some support ships. Looks like this has already been taken out. I'm not sure by what. Ah, by rockets is what it's been taken out by. It's probably about to be taken out by a few more rockets. Unfortunately, the ANS player is trying to counter this scout with his own missiles, but it is not working. That chaff is strong. Chaff does not work on rockets, though. But just moving out of the way will. As we're seeing, oh, one has finally sniffed the right target. Bonk. Yeah, that's just dead instantly. Could recover, but it's in the water for now. OSP rocket frigate Blitz has succeeded, at least as far as the early point capping goes. Got these voxels moving in at some kind of odd angles onto the middle point. It's a real risky spot, but it could pay off. Looks like these voxels are getting shot at from those Ocellos down there. Yeah, this one's locked up. Oh, a huge blast of missiles or rockets coming out. But a sprinter just has to dodge. Problem solved. Easy game, easy life. No worries in Sprinterland, at least when it comes to rockets. Ooh, mass driver, RPF. Wait, what the hell's firing mass? Oh, right, the rail plus beam Axford build over here. More rockets coming in. Is he paying attention? Can he get out of the way? Oh, yeah, with ease. So that's a whole lot of wasted munitions. See you later. More fighting happening around Alpha and Bravo. Looks like some of these are getting through. No, they're just missed. Oh. Couple hits. Certainly not worth the entire magazine of rockets, but a couple hits. I think that was a, yeah. That's a torpedo. Uh-oh. That's dead. Yeah, see you later. Martians are giving the small shuttles, or giving the Soviet Russians with anglicized demarcations a real run for their money. It's a clever economic joke. I'm telling you, I need those laugh tracks. These need to dip into fire, dump their load, and then get out. Is what you want to do with these. Since they don't have any ammo elevators, that's a 90-second reload time. 90 seconds. They can fire very fast with all the rapid cyclers. Look at that. This is going to deal a lot of damage. But they do need to quickly get away after they do so. Because otherwise they just get pounded. As is happening right now. Fortunately, it seems like a lot of the rounds are going through the ship or hitting in areas that don't have compartments. More rockets into these frigates. How many rockets can just a couple of frigates prevent from getting to target? A lot, but not quite enough, it seems. Oh, right into the bridge. Clonk. That one's probably dead. Oh, yeah. Absolute battle of a lifetime happening over here. That torpedo's just barely gonna miss. Might be command guided. The enemy is securing zone Boxer. Destroyer team taking an alternative route, trying to get those beams in range. And I think they might have it. It looks like he's got the beam cannon slotted to fire. Yeah, it's bearing on the targets, which are, I'm not sure if he's gonna blast this first or if he's going after these Ocellos. Nah, those have got to be too far away. Which means this shuttle, this already dead shuttle, is going to eat around a beam fire at the end of the world for that player. Cat and Tying Knot is dishing out the damage with these ships, though. Oh, a colossal over expenditure on the shuttle. But we get to see it explode. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. Alright. Looks like the OSP has sent yet another shuttle over here to cap this point. How many ships have died? 2 sprinters, 2 shuttles. Rocket fire coming in. I don't think these have much in the way of point defense. No. And what they do have isn't pointed in the correct direction. That defender is on the bottom or the top. The top. Doesn't have a good angle. Yeah, and sprinters might be able to dodge rockets pretty effectively. Destroyers definitely can't. I mean, they can try, but they're too big and boxy. As long as you're within about 3 clicks. Oh, man, and this fleet is going down like heroics. And this sprinter's not even going to... Well, yeah, he's going to dodge. Another volley of rockets coming after the ship. Oh, the humanity. That's Elder Leaf basically taken out of the fight. He can still fly around and cap with this sprinter that's in pretty much perfect condition. But this combat fleet is down. It's a huge setback for the ANS this early. These trading sprinters for shuttles, I don't know how balanced of a give and take that is. But trading rocket ammunition for beam destroyers is absolutely worth. We've also got these voxels out here, or this voxel I should say. No, there's the rest. Hello, and the supporting Axford out here trying to take Bravo. They're getting withered, absolutely withered by the plasma rounds. Looks like the plasma team doesn't have enough point defense to deal with hybrids, but the sprinters aren't maneuverable enough to hit the monitors at close range. Which means they're going to keep laying down volley after volley after volley into this voxel of what appear to be 250 rounds. 100s. Looks like the Leaf is taking a little more damage on that sprinter. Yeah, 100s don't really do much damage if you haven't really messed something up with plasma, do they? There are a lot of deflections on not even that good of an angle on the voxel. 4 deflections, that is. Bravo's being contested, presumably by this. Oh no, these are actually close enough. This is actually close enough. Huh, okay. Axford's coming in. Railguns from those Axfords will cause some severe problems for these monitors, especially if they don't have much in the way of DC, and they don't. No teams, no restores. That means railguns could tear these things apart, and there's nothing they can do about it. All the fires will slowly burn down those compartments. You don't have damage control. Rails are absolutely your worst nightmare. Scout up here. He's just kind of ramming into this rock. These monitors continue to take fire from those rails. Question is, are there any fires started? Oh yes, there's a fire in this reactor. This ship is on a rather hard and low time limit. Fire the magazine. Firing that reactor. Elder Leaf is out of here. More plasma going into this voxel, but it's hitting the nose, which I don't think is going to help that much, considering everything at the front of the ship is toasted already. Get that DC lock online and get those restores. You might be able to fix up some more ships, or more compartments inside this one ship. What have these been up to? They've been... Aha. They've still been wailing on these voxels out here. Looks like they were able to get one, but the other two retreated. That battle in the middle was going on. Yeah, my game does not like Avora. It is chugging. Apologies to everyone to whom don't like time dilation. Well, if you've been playing enough, you're kind of used to it. Long enough, that is. It used to be real bad. Yeah, it's just when I'm down on the visual screen, so I guess it's some sort of visual effect on these asteroids, or maybe it's the space gas that is just owning my poor little graphic processor. Oh, the rail axe for getting into beam range. Finish off this monitor fleet. Funnily enough, with no DC teams, I think 3 rails actually would have been better than 2 rails and a beam, at least for dealing with this part of the enemy fleet. Voxels over here are keeping defilade on those far ships. They're firing at something though. I see. Getting fired at by tying knot. That is such a thin little corridor to be taking a fight at. Doesn't seem like anyone's doing particularly well in that battle. Well, tying knot's certainly winning it. Well, first glance, everyone was missing, but it appears tying knot has managed to grab a good track on these voxels. Oh man, that is a lot of bullets. A lot of 450 rounds is what that is. Going directly into this voxel. It's trying to come back online, but not with that power output. It's not going to be coming back anytime soon. Looks like all the reactors are out, but one micro reactor, which is in the yellow. That's not going to be enough electricity. Another volley coming out of the other one. Directly into that engineering section. Oh, he's trying to turn it. Get better armor, but yeah, that is not enough. The A&S team can't quite confirm the grab on Boxer. This husk of a vessel that technically still has staff in it is maintaining this point with just a sliver, the tiniest sliver of control. Looks like a big illuminator is coming down, but I don't know who's going to make use of that. Does anyone have semi-actives? Oh, another barrage of piranhas going out into and away from this voxel, but enough for hitting it to cause a problem. Also got some going into these Sprinters up here. Oh, man. Some good hits. Nothing too astounding. But that is good damage. Even with all the wastage. Just in general, it seems like the ANS team did not bring enough point defense. Maybe that's the trend now as, oh, what is going on? As fewer OSP, okay, there's the last of that monitor fleet dealt with. As fewer OSP players bring container ships because ANS players are being lots of point defense, fewer ANS players will bring point defense. We have a nice little tug-of-war, a little back and forth between the missile players and the anti-missile players. That is a lot of bullets fired very quickly. And that is a lot of damage taken very fast. Because voxel and broadside is not what you want. It's a good way to have a dead ship, as we're seeing here. 2 restores, unfortunately not going to be spinning them on this locker. Get the cannon back online. I don't know how effective that's going to be. After that withering barrage of firepower, another one coming out and into the same ship. Looks like it's primarily concentrated on the engineering section, with a few rounds going to the fore of the ship. Oh, that radar drive is offline. And that CIC is going down too. One of the monitors exploded? Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. The NS team has managed to take control of Bravo. I don't think anything was in range other than this sprinter. I don't know, that voxel might have gotten cooked a little bit. A little toasted. I can't tell with all the plasma fire that's been put into it. What about the Saxford? Yeah, just a little cooked. That sprinter got baked, though. Look at that. Oh boy, Tangnot has turned his attention to the other voxel. As we've seen, these ships are very capable of taking out voxels. Looks like Father Francis is going to be left to handle cleanup duty on these. What are you firing at? It's one of the scout tugs. Not a big deal at this point. I don't think the EWR is super useful, as everyone's in a pitched battle. At this stage, do you have any missiles left? What? Oh, doesn't have any missiles to begin with. Just a lockup radar and some point defense. Same on this. This one has a few rockets, though. Oh, no, those are chaff. Okay. OSP forces can't quite take Charlie. There's just a frigate over there flying around in a circle, screaming at the voxel to go away. Completely out of rocket rounds. No offensive capability. Not having great accuracy. Oh, man. There's another drive plume right here. Okay, so that one definitely got the voxel. And I think that was one of the monitors. Oh, my. Oh, goodness. That's, that's not safe for anyone. Yeah. It's, roast voxel, anyone? This thing's done. That reactor explosion killed it, and it looks like it also crit one of the reactors on here, which might go up. This damage team might be able to save it, which would be unfortunate. I would love to have 5, 6, 25 explosions right in the middle of the map. This Axford is getting the hell out of that area. That is definitely a flank burning Axford. Trying to move off. Trying to come down here and kill this shuttle so this Voxel can finally cap Charlie. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Didn't take much to finish that off. It's a Sprinter with no guns and a shuttle. Where'd you go? Shuttle with no guns down here contesting Delta from each other. OSP's probably going to remain, kind of keep controlling that for a little while. So, combat-wise, what remains is most of a Voxel, a perfect condition Axford, aside from some damaged thrusters. On the A&S team, and maybe a few rockets on the OSP team, in addition to 2 line ships and 2 Ocellos, which are all in pretty damn good condition considering the fights they've been taking. And they've been just firing non-stop this whole match. They're trying to finish off this Voxel. What they don't realize is this Voxel is already finished off. That's not going to be doing anything anytime soon. As it's not technically dead, it might be able to repair enough to control. Oh, now it's dead. Quiz. And stubble. Yeah, here's about half of a Voxel. This Axford is where all the action's gonna be around. It's Actionford, I think. Unless the Scout Reigns can get something done. Stay in the tactical view here for a little bit to make the game run a little better. Looks like these two are gonna meet. It's still got some rounds. Yeah, still got some rocket rounds. If this can get a good shot off on the Axford, that could be very powerful. Or it could just down that Sprinter. That's okay. What about you? You any rounds left? No. So you can be a tank. That's fine. We will allow this. I love the hitboxing on these things. Your bullets just said, "All right, time to arc at about a 70-degree angle and shoop right into the side of that asteroid." What else is firing? Oh, okay. And Sprinter's just still being shot at. Axford's taking damage from something. Oh my, it's just drifted into range of those casemates. That's a huge problem. Especially since the armor's been cooked by multiple reactor explosions and probably a little bit of plasma. It's trying to get an angle with those railguns and also the beam turret, but that's going to cause the ship to not really be sure what angle it wants to be. Plenty of point defense to handle the rockets, but no defense to handle the 450s slamming into the bottom side of this hull. If that beam turret goes down, this ship is in big trouble. It's been prioritized, which is good for that player. These DC teams will be able to keep that alive for a little while. He's still flank burning 24. Oh yeah, he's still flank burning. So is this Voxel. 38 on that Voxel. That captain's got a need for speed, let me tell you. And he's going underground right now. Look at him. We're under the ground of this asteroid. I refuse to put a higher quality drum roll into anything. Beam going off on a, well, now dead frigate. Ooh, not quite as good as 450s are against Axford. It's, or against Voxels. It's hard to get the target on them. Not sure what Tying Knot's doing. Looks like he's looping around to fight over Alpha and finish off the dead Voxel. That's what these rockets are doing as well. That was unfortunate. Those could have been of great use against this Axford. But they might not need the help. There are a few rounds impacting this asteroid, but a whole lot of damage is going into the hull of this thing. Oh, that's berthing's down. There's a lot of crewmen are going to be going down too. The enemy is securing zone boxer. Now gyros. Those rail turrets really need those gyros. So, as we can see, they're very slow to get to target. And he's just got them all selected to be firing. What are y'all firing at? Are y'all still firing at the dead voxel on Bravo? Yep. Yes, they are. You silly billies. ENS is certainly going to make the OSP work for it, but I think OSP's got the game overall. Oh, it looks like the Ocellas have switched targets to this cooked Axford. This well done Axford. Damage control teams saving the day. Bring your DC lockers, folks. Don't neglect those. You can make your ships dramatically more tanky, although it's a little different on the OSP side. Sometimes it's worth sacrificing, especially if you're doing the rocket frigate spam. I think those monitors could have done a lot more work if they had even one DC team a piece, even just a rapid. Those are 10 points. Could have put out some fires and reduced rail damage. And this is the last little bit. ANS fleet. Looks like so they're chimpy. No, he can't destroy that, even though it's, he can't fight him back. Unless he could figure out a way to get the defender to lock onto the shuttle. It might be small enough. That could deal some damage. That's a joke, of course. The point defense doesn't harm ships. And it's a good thing, too. If you've seen the lag that missile spam caused, imagine the lag of point defense firing constantly. Oh, my. Big part of the lag that from missile spam is the point defense going off. Not good. Looks like the radar picture of this voxel isn't that great. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not locked. The enemy is securing zone common. The enemy is securing. I don't know if these guys have any lockable. No, they got a bullseye. Yeah, they got a bullseye. But whether or not that's in position is a whole nother question. These ships are just cowering down here, trying to stay alive. Maybe the OSP could offer terms of surrender. Oh, this voxel has poked its nose out just a little too far and is going to get punished with a barrage of 450 casemates, putting it down for the count. No restores. CIC is out. That voxel's dead. Looks like the lower voxel got killed too. No, it was just its contact was merged with the Axfords. GG, Stubble Shrimp tapping out. As is understandable, he doesn't have any ships left. Gun 1, Gun 2. Lightning Smoke, the Raging Fire. The Arid Wind. Good ship names. The enemy secured zone common. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I like to just think of ship names. I'm not doing anything else. Those guns are not facing the correct direction. That could be a big win for, well, at least for this one voxel here who's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Oh, Axford's still got some fight in him too. If that beam comes back online, unfortunately the other ship is, it's reloaded. It's firing. It is removing the nose of this ship. And it's done firing already. Man, those do not fire for long, do they? Yeah, if he can't get those guns looped around, although it looks like this voxel is going to politely fly to the side of the ship that has the firearms. How generous of him to present his booty directly into the fire line of the ship. Oh no. It might actually be too close for those to track effectively. I think that's what's happening. Or he's still just trying to fire at the Axford. Or he doesn't have them slotted to fire anything. Interesting. So that could have been a nuclear moment. Simply wasn't. Missiles coming in. I think they're gonna slam into his friend if this voxel can get turned right. No, it's just gonna dodge.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
No friendly fire.
We are contesting zone dagger.
More rockets coming in.
Securing zone dagger.
Missiles.
We are contesting
Now
zone
that there's a
dagger.
difference between those two, it's kind of hard to keep them apart. I mean, it's obvious which one is which. It's just when you're talking quickly and rapidly. It's easy to mix them up with your words. This thing is going down. CIC's burning down. It's reinforced. One hit will down it, just like that. And no restores. That voxel's out of the fight. Saxford is all that remains, and it looks like these guns are turning, but it doesn't matter. ANS team leaves the game. GG. That was a good game. I like that. That's definitely, we're definitely uploading this. Let's get to the AAR. Why do I keep having these at the end of my matches? I don't know. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, this is the team that got rocket brigaded and just removed from the map instantly. They got into contact with the enemy and got destroyed. By probably this one and this one. Really high damage, killed off kind of early. Yeah. Yeah, those rocket ships, you gotta be ready to deal with them. They're really good at punishing people who don't bring effective point defense. I don't know why I can't get lucky in my games. I tend to play missiles, and every time I swear every time I play a match, whether I'm bringing line ships or missiles, everyone's got point defense out the wazoo. This Axford did a lot of work. God. It's one turret that wasn't really firing for that long, considering how much time it spent in combat overall. And that's an absurd amount of damage. Now imagine how destructive this thing could have been if it had 3 beam turrets. Beamers are dangerous. Don't get hit by it. 12k from these voxels. Not terrible, not great. I think Stubble did good work though, overall. So did Quiz. He's very mobile. And also in the not terrible but not great category on the damage dealt, another 13k. Oh, you can click and drag. That's handy. It'll save my mouse wheel a little wear and tear. Yeah, Elder Leaf. Poor boy. I don't even want to look at all these stupid rocket shuttles. How did you do? Not bad. Actually, quite good. Low damage match overall. I guess because everyone brought low health ships. The only guy who brought high health ships didn't really get shot. This dude in the Ocellos. And the Axford also didn't take that much damage relative to how much it could have in 4K. That's easily like triple or quadruple that. This monitor fleet also just didn't do that much. Unfortunately, not bringing damage control teams is a huge problem, and we're seeing what happens when you don't do that. You also have to give plasma time. You need to bomb things with plasma at range so that those T-30s can deal the damage once they get in there. It also wouldn't be a bad idea to use AP for a little while before if something hasn't been well and truly roasted by plasma. I mean, look at that. 1 hit on this ship. 11 hits, 10 hits, 3, 1. That is not enough. Not when you're fighting Axfords and Voxels. Alright. That's the match, folks. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.